everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is December the 4th. Can you believe it? We are going to craft together tonight at our 12 days of Christmas craft along, and I'm super excited. I have spent the past, 4 sessions that we have been actually creating amazing projects for you to be able to give fun, creative, and beautiful projects to those special people in your life, and also for stocking stuffers and for whatever else you need for your gift giving and your shopping list. So tonight I will be sharing with you days 8, 9, and 10. If you're following me, you may say, why 3 projects? We've been doing 2, but that is correct. Last session, I had to get offline very quickly. So I wanted to make sure that I captured day number 8 with you tonight. So you're going to get 3 projects tonight. So, hey Cassie, good to see you. If you're joining me, I am streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So hopefully we get people from all 3 platforms. And I would love for you to say hi. Let me know where you're joining me from. And also give me a like and subscribe. And also share my message, share my video. I would love that because that actually spreads the joy and helps the algorithm and helps me just to share more with other people. So welcome, welcome. I love that you are here. And so let me, before I get started, waiting for everything to pop up into people's feeds, I am going to share with you a couple of things that we have going on. This is our special release designer series paper. We have 3 new designs that are available in my online store. We also have a last chance products list that is also available. You'll see some of those items discounted in my online store. If you go to jenscreativestampers.com, and on my website there's a button that says shop, and it'll take you directly to my website. There's also a link in this post that for all $50 orders this week until Sunday, you will receive the tutorial of all 12 Days of Christmas projects free. So that is an automatic download, and then you can replay the videos that you haven't been able to follow, and then the ones tomorrow, actually, this is what, Wednesday? So then also on Friday, you'll be able to follow me for all of those projects. So lastly, I also have my December Inkspiration registration out there, and that is live. And what that is my monthly creative kit that comes to your doorstep. And it is loaded with projects, loaded with inspiration and product, and lots of fun things, different projects every single month besides several pillow gifts from me. So that is what I love, giving you ideas and inspiration and all of the written tutorials to go ahead and recreate those. So that is out there live as well. All right, are we ready to, hey Cassie, are we ready to start on our projects? Let me point you down and we'll get started. We are focusing on the Reindeer Fun Bundle. Super fun stamp set and the dies. You can see these are well loved. I use them a ton. And this is actually on the last chance list. So if you are looking for a couple of good deals and you're looking for products that are retiring soon, grab these deals. Check that list out, and it's actually marked on my website under the items last chance. So you'll see that when you go to scroll through those items. Okay, so on, what was that, Monday night, we were finishing this awesome project, and I know, it's so awesome, isn't it? So this is the candy bar holder that we went ahead and created. It looks like I put it in backwards, so we'll fix that. But this is super fun. It's an easy project that you can use for many people. Just buy their favorite candy bar, stick it in there, and you are good to go. Everybody who got my craft along kit got a full bolt of ribbon, so you've got tons and tons to use. And I just thought this was absolutely darling. So this was day number 7. All right, now we're going to do day number 8, which is a fun shaker card, right? So it's dual purpose. It's a shaker card, and there is a cute little gift card holder on the inside. So we'll go ahead and I will walk you through how to make this fun little project. Okay? All right. So again, all of the products came from me, all in a little bag. Everything is labeled. There was an optional add-on, which was the shaker elements. You had the option to add on the full pack of window sheets, which you can see I've actually cut mine. This is the best window sheets I've ever had. They're nice and thick. They're easy to cut. They're the best. And this is also available on my online store. The item is 142314 if you haven't got it. So add that to your shopping list because you definitely want it. The other component that makes this essential are our foam adhesive strips, and they come in 2 actual pieces, and it's solid strips of foam adhesive. That item number is 141825. Okay, both of those are essential. Now, we did go ahead and add these loose snowflakes. They have since retired, and we have they've sold out like 4 times. They're really popular. So if you didn't get those, you can actually use any filler item to go ahead and go in your shaker cards. Okay, so just wanted to point that out. All right, so your pieces came all cut. However, the items that you needed the bundle for, you had to cut those out. And most of you who got the craft along kit, you also got that full bundle. So I know you're loving it. All right, so in the directions, let me get myself set up here. And I even have like a little template to make it easier to understand as we're going through. Okay, so get your directions. I have mine all printed off and all ready. So what we have a piece of window sheet. You will cut this down to, let me find it on the instructions. It's layer 4 on your instructions if you're following along. It's 4 inches by 3 7/8. Okay. And then you already had this piece of real red cardstock cut from me, and I ran it through the embossing folder for you. Okay. And then you've got a banner die, and then you had 3 pieces here for your reindeer, which you had to run. All right. So let's go ahead and do the basis of our card. We'll put these elements aside. As you can tell, I already ran these just to save time. And I'll show you how we put this cool card together. All right. So get your paper trimmer out. And I will pull my arm out on mine. Get it here where you can see it. Isn't this cute? This is such a cute card, isn't it, Cassie? Love it. All right, so we have very thick basic white cardstock, okay? Anytime we use white as a card base, we always use thick basic white. And we will actually cut this down to 7 3/4. Yep, 7 3/4. All right, by 8 1/2, which we already have because this is the length of our paper, okay? So along the short side, which is the 7 3/4, we are going to score it on the long side. That's the long side up here, sorry. So the long side is going to face up. Long side, you score it at 4 1/4, so basically it's right in half, okay? And give it a good score. Then you're going to turn it to the short side, which is 7 3/4, and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. All right, so just line that up. And it's going to look like this. Okay, can you see it? I've got my light bright enough, I think, where you can see the score marks. There's one here and then one in the center, okay? All right, so I'll remove this for a second. So how we scored it is on this side. So it's kind of like on the outside. This is the front, if you think about that. So what I did is I flipped it over, and you are going to remove this bottom left corner. Okay, so the reason I did it on the inside is because my score marks, it just seems to work better for me. So I'm going to put it up higher, you can see it. There we go. So I'm going to line it back up on the paper trimmer, and I'm just going to cut that corner out, aligning the score mark on the track and only cutting up to that score mark, okay? Then we're going to turn it. We're going to do the same thing. Again, cutting this bottom corner out. Okay, so you just line it up here, and then you just cut it over to that center 4 1/4 score mark. And then this comes right out. Okay, so you can keep that, and you can use it on this project or another project, however you want to do that. Okay. All right, so let me get my trimmer out. Hopefully this is an easy visual. You can see this is the inside, how I folded it, and this corner went away. All right, moving on. So what we're going to do now is we are going to burnish these score marks. Okay, so we're just going to do that very easily, making sure that everything lines up well. Okay, and then is an option is to go ahead and let me show you the inside of my prototype. You can go ahead and cut this out with any circle punch that you have. And, oh yeah, it's so cute, isn't it? Look at that. The deer's peeking out. He's so cute. All right, so let me get a circle punch. I'm just going to grab my 2 3/8 just because it's close. And I'm literally just going to punch, just kind of level it, kind of balance it right in the middle. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? All right, so we've got that, and you're not going to need your punch anymore. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let me just read the directions, go along with you guys so it makes more sense. All right, so then we cut off that bottom left corner, fold the right side up, adhere a 2 by 4 inch piece of designer series paper. All right, so I did not cut this one. I will. So we're going to choose, we know that this is going to be our front, right? And you can choose, maybe just do this. This will be cute, right? Because that's going to be for a gift card. Let's do that. I like it. And then we're going to grab our paper trimmer. Again, it's going to be 2 inches long, 2 by 4. Okay, so we got that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this down. It looks like I should have added it first and then punched it with our circle, which is okay. So we're just going to add that down. Yeah, this is a very, very functional gift, really, just within itself, right? How fun with the shaker and the gift card. I love that, and I think it's very different. I'm going to re-punch that designer paper in there, so I'm just going to line it up very easily. If you did what I did, you're crafting along with me. That's all we need to do. Okay, super easy. All right, so in order to make this a gift card so we can slide it in and out, think of like this, right, is you want to make sure you use probably either liquid glue or you could use your tear and tape, right? Whichever your preference is, but there is one condition. If you use the green glue, go very easy. What I mean by that is you don't want it squishing out on the sides. You literally just want to put a tiny, tiny bit of glue. Can you even see that? It's so tiny. And literally just hold those sides together until it adheres really well. All right, so it's just a minute. I think we're good there. Okay, so there we go. So we have the foundation of our card already done. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our front panel, which is 4 5 1/4, and we are going to take our dies, and you have this amazing special die as part of the set. You can see I've been using this a ton. It's a very fun set. So this piece is where the deer is poking his little head through. Now you can do it where the forest is kind of on the bottom, or you can do it on the top. It's whatever your preference is. I liked it on this card where he's peeking out and the forest is above him. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to line this up where you want it. I want mine kind of higher, but balanced on the left and right because I cut this banner for you, and that's going to go at the bottom. Okay, so you want to make sure there's enough room for that. You bring my paper trimmer in, not my paper trimmer, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'll load this up on this side, and you'll see it on the other side. Just going to lay it in there, sandwich it in, give it a crank. There we go. Okay, get that off my table. And it's as easy as that, you guys. So fun, right? So you actually just take this off. You may have to, I should have ran it through twice. Let's see if I can get it back in there. Running it through the second time because it's already embossed might be better to give it more of a clear cut through all of those pieces on the trees at the top there. My Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is well loved, and yours probably is less used than mine, so you may not have to do that. But it is, when it's an intricate die like that, you may just want to do that just to make it sure that it goes through. Okay, looks like we did a pretty good job there. All right, so we have this fun piece, which is going to become the focal. And what we're going to do, so again, this piece, you have to cut this down if you're going to do a shaker card. If you do not want to have this as a shaker card, or you don't have the elements to do this, it's okay. All you're going to do is to pause for a moment, and we'll get there wherever you are, and we'll add the designer paper under it, and then we will adhere to the front, okay? But if you do have these shaker elements and you want to make it a shaker card, this is how you're going to do it, okay? We're going to flip it over, and your window sheet, like I said, should be cut down to 4, which is 4 this way by 3 7/8. And the reason it's a little bit shorter is because we want to make sure, I know you cannot see this because it's clear, but that way it doesn't come all the way to the ends of this card front, okay? We want it a little bit here on the inside, and I'm adding a little bit of adhesive here. The idea is to glue it to the back of the card front, all right, so that the window sheet sticks to that. And I just add a little bit of liquid glue. You can see I'm just pushing it in, giving it a good seal, all right, and that will seal very, very well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our foam adhesive strips. Now these are amazing. Hi Debbie, hi Carol, nice to see y'all. Thanks for joining. All right, so you are going to grab your adhesive sheets and you are going to add where you want the little shaker components to stay. What I mean by that, this is the bottom of my card right here, right? When it's up like this. So I don't want those shaker pieces falling all the way down here, so I keep my foam higher, you know, where I want them to rest. So they'll be right within this window. Does that make sense? I hope it does. You are creating that parameter for the shaker pieces to stay within. All right, so that's all we're doing is just creating. I'm just going to not use that short piece. I'm going to get another long piece, and these cut very easily. So if you've never used these, get some. They're very inexpensive and they're super fun, and they make awesome cards. Everybody loves to get a shaker card in the mail, and they mail very easily too. All right, so there we go. So I'm just trimming off the edges to exactly where I want my shaker window to be. Get that even. All right. So let me add this last side. Then I'm going to make sure it gets all sealed on all four corners, and I kind of tuck that in there. Can you see that? So it's nice and solid. Hopefully y'all can see that. I think you can. All right, now this leftover piece, I'll probably just keep it, and then I can add that one. I'm not going to. I stuck it down. So that's all you need to do to create the platform for your shaker component, okay? Now, for those of you who don't have the shaker elements and want it just to be flat, all we need to do is to grab our designer series paper, the one that you want as your background. I'll show you my original. Can you see it in the background there? I kind of like that same piece because it's like there's a Christmas tree and there's some reindeer behind there. This piece. And I love the Granny Apple green background. Isn't that so pretty? I just love that. Now, this right here, the dies actually cut that out. So this is an extra special piece, but we're not going to do that. We are going to use this as our background, and we are going to cut this down to, let's see here, let me make sure that this is accurate. Yes, 4 by 3 7/8. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut mine down to 4 and a strip. And the reason I do that is because I want my designer series paper to all be 4 inches, and I can use it later, right? So cut this down. All right, so just looking at this, making sure we're good. So I actually cut that to 4 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. I'm trying to see in my directions which, let's see here. I don't follow directions very well. I kind of just, I think that's kind of what we do as stampers, right? We get used to our own style, and it is kind of hard to follow the directions. All right, so I'm going to go 3 3/4 wide, right? And I'm going to do by, let me make sure, this is 4. Yeah, so 4 is good. 3 3/4 across by 4 inches down, okay? You can cut more of a full sheet, but you don't have to. because again, we want to make sure that when this lays down, it's not peeking out on the sides nor on the bottom or the top. Okay, so this kind of makes sure that we are lining it up properly. And again, we kind of know it's going to be right in that vicinity. And then when we actually stick it down, it'll be perfect. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 3 7/8 by 4-inch piece of designer series paper, add your preferred adhesive, and we're going to adhere that to where it's the same distance on the top as it is on the two sides. Can you guys tell? You see it's very balanced there? Because, again, showing you on the card, when we lay that down, it's not going to be showing on any of those sides. All right? And it's very important because you think, how are we going to get those little cute little snowflakes? We do it just like this. I like to place them in there because they can kind of get a little bit crazy. I'm going to add a lot in this card because I think that's fun. But when you do put it in there, you want to kind of spread them out a little bit. And if you're using glitter or sequins or something that might have a little bit of static, you may want to take your embossing buddy and kind of add that to your designer series paper before you add the sprinkles down, because that will de-static this designer series paper and make it to where it lays nicely and it won't stick and get all over the place. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am just peeling off all 4 of these little foam strip papers, right? And my work phone is going crazy. And then now that it's sticky, we are going to add it to our card front just like we laid it out to do. Okay? And you literally just adhere it down like this. Okay. And then you have your shaker card. Is that not the funnest? Remember how I said we wanted to make sure that we put that foam strip here close to the edge? This is why. Can you see those snowflakes? They're not falling way down here where we can't see them. So that is the reason. Fun, huh? Love that. Hope you guys do too. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our cute little reindeer. I think he is so adorable. Do you guys like him? Who loves this bundle? Do you guys love it? Leave me some comments and tell me what your thoughts are. All right, so what I did on my other reindeer, I thought was cute. It's an optional thing. I took my Stampin' Blend in the petal pink, and I actually painted or colored the insides of his cute little ears pink. It just adds a little something. I just thought it was super cute. And then we're actually going to, so at the back I ran an early espresso. The middle layer is basic white, and the front layer is pecan pie. Add a little bit of glue. Oops. And I like the glue because I can kind of wiggle it around a little bit before it's sealed down. So that's my preference. How's your guys' day been? I do too. It's so fun, right? The Reindeer Fun Bundle. This is such a cute set. And look, when you put his little face together, look how stinking cute. You can even see the whites of his eyes. How darling is that? I just think that's precious. That's just me. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to add him, his little face, to the side of that card. Is that not the cutest? So how we're going to glue him in is I'm going to actually glue him on his breast right here and just kind of stick that down in there and hold it. You can stick him in as much as you want. Kind of want the trees to go kind of in front of him a little bit because I think that's cute. Isn't that so darling? Love that. Love it. Don't want to make you guys dizzy, but love the shaker too. Okay. All right, moving on. So now we have our banner, and we are going to grab our Garden Green ink pad. Don't get it on your fingers. And you want to grab your stamp set. And we're going to pull out the stamp that says, "May all your days be full of cheer." Okay? And this, let me clean this. On your photopolymer stamps, when you use your stamps a lot, they can become kind of like unsticky, quote unquote, right? So what you do is you just take your chamois, mine's Well Loved, and you just literally just kind of wipe it and clean it. You hear it kind of squeaky. Now this side is pretty sticky again. Now it'll stick right to my block. That's all you have to do. These are like no maintenance, very, very easy, and they'll last forever, right? So we love that. And then you're going to ink it up and give it some firm pressure on your banner. Always clean your stamp, right? And then we are going to add it to our card front. Do you guys like this? This is so fun. I am going to add another component here on the underneath. This is actually, can you see here? It's flat. There's nothing that we added underneath there. So I'm going to keep this level by adding one of those strips that we didn't finish. I'm just going to add that there. Again, totally optional, but it just makes it so it holds that whole front. Okay, so we got it. All right, now I'm going to bring in my dimensionals and going to add 3 of them here. He is just so sweet. I love that. And going to add this right in the middle. And then in your kit, you also got some of these awesome silver and gray granite. I think it was basic gray and gray granite dots. And they're awesome. I love them. You can even take your, I'm going to add one here on the inside of the window. How fun is that? You can even take your Stampin' Blends and you can color these. Red, green, whatever color you want. So they will go ahead and add that color that way. Isn't that fun? Do you guys like that? All right, so there we go. That is day number 8. Okay. All right, let me move this over here. And then we're going to do day number 9. Day number 9 is a very fun box that you can put some cute fuzzy slippers in. You can add candy. You can do candy bar, you know, whatever. You can do all kinds of Bath and Body stuff in here. It's really versatile. Full of gift cards, like probably more than one. That with some candy would be awesome too. All right, so what we're doing is we are taking our piece of basic Real Red, and then you have this little baggie from me, and I went ahead and cut the pieces out in white just to have the elements to show you. I think sometimes it's better to see it all kind of laid out because I gave you a full sheet of cardstock. All right, so let me get my directions up here. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. This was a fun one. Okay, So you got these elements inside. This is a stitch square and a stitch circle. And then you got the full piece of cardstock in real red, okay? I went ahead and cut these pieces already, and you probably did that too if you're crafting along with me. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my arm of my paper trimmer, right? And I'll get that out of the way. Get your real red cardstock, and we are going to cut this to 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. All right, so 4 1/4 is half of a sheet of cardstock. However, the 8 1/2 is this whole line, okay? So we are going to cut it down to 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Again, I'm showing you this so that you can use your cardstock the best way possible. So you're going to have all of this left over, and we're going to use this piece, okay? So you're going to take this piece, put this aside because I'm going to show you what else to do with that, okay? So this you're going to score on the long side, which means the 8 1/2. That's going to go up. You're going to score that at 2 1/2. Get your cutting blade out of the way. And 3 1/2. Okay? And that creates the base. All right? Now what you're going to do, lay that aside. You choose your 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. Those are both cut to 2 1/2 by 3. I lied. That is wrong. That is wrong. You take your real red that we just finished doing here. You're going to cut that actually to 2 1/2 by 3. 2 times. You want to do it 2 of these, right? So it looks just like this. So basically, you are literally just cutting it 3 inches long. So you want to take that strip, cut 3 inches off, and then you're going to cut 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. All right. All right, and on these 2 pieces, again, on the 3-inch side, 3 inch going up, you're going to score it at 1 inch and 2 inches. There's 1. Move it down. And 2. So there's one side. You've got long side again. Don't do like I almost did. You do 1 inch and 2 inches. All right. And then that's when you pull out your Reindeer Fun Designer Series paper, and you're going to cut 2 of these at 2 1/4 by 4. It's your front of your pocket and the back panel right here. This one and this one. This one and this one. Okay? All right. Then the last thing you're going to do is take this paper. Let me see. It's not long enough. You want to take, you need a 4-inch strip. So what we're going to do is cut a 1 inch by 4 inch for the front of that treat holder. So there's our 1 inch, and here's our 4 inch, and that's going to go along the front. And that should be what we need for this project. All right, now it's the assembly. You guys good? Hey, Karen, thank you. All right. I can see your comments. So I am streaming 3 places tonight, which is exciting. You're just going to take your pieces that we scored, and you're going to burnish all of those score marks. Again, this is going to be the basis of the treat box, and these are going to be your 2 sides, the left and the right sides. Okay, so what I did is I took my 1 piece and I added some adhesive. And I only did the one side at one time. Oops. Okay. So this is the front, and I'm just going to add it to the front there. Fold it down to where it fits. Okay. So that'll be the one side. This will be the other side. Again, I'm just going to do the front, a little bit here, and add this. Can you guys see? Let me put it back in the window here. All right. Get that level and even on the top and the sides. And then, okay, add adhesive to the backs. So literally, I'm just going to lay that down and get that level to where it is even on the two sides. And again, this is why I like the liquid glue, because it really allows me to get that in place. So you just fit it to the side and the base here, side and the base, and the bottom, okay? And if it's not perfect, that's okay. That's all right. It's gonna hold anything that you put in here. I know it will. And then we will go ahead and add these two Designer Series paper panels. Okay, same size. So one's going here, and one's going here. And what I'm going to do, you got a full bolt of ribbon also in your kit. It's one of my favorite ribbons. So we're going to take this, it's the white and silver sheer ribbon. The piece that we went ahead and cut out, we are going to add a fun element to this, making sure that we pull enough ribbon out, and we are just going to tie this on the side here, wrap it around. All right. This ribbon does not want to stay on that piece of cardstock. Crazy thing. All right, there we go. All right, so we got this, and we're just going to tie it. You can tie it in a knot if you don't want to do a bow. That's okay. You can just tie it however you want, or not even add it. You can just do a bow and just kind of use a glue dot, and that would be super cute. Absolutely amazing. I love this ribbon because of the sparkle. I just think it's really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm not going to cut that quite yet. I'm going to go ahead and add it on, get it in the middle, and I like to use tear and tape. If you go ahead and just cut off a little piece of it, that will actually hold that on, and then you can see exactly where it's going to go. Excuse me. And then you can actually use your snips and cut that off. All right. So what we're going to do is adhere this down. I'm going to use dimensionals and just add some on the bottom and on the top. Okay. Get these to come off. So we're nearing the end of our craft along here, and I have heard amazing feedback from y'all that you have really enjoyed it and that you want to do more craft along. So I have some other things up my sleeve that we will be doing together. I'm super excited. Looks like this little thing is falling down. Let me fix it. I can't really get it up there. Well, it's okay. So You have asked for it, so I will make sure that we do it, okay? So good things to look forward to, a lot of fun coming up. So what we're going to do is take our stamp set again, and we are going to take our stamp that says Christmas is better together and load it onto our block, right? And we're going to take our garden green, since our treat box is in real red, we'll coordinate with that, right? All right, so we're just going to stamp it right in the middle because I put my ribbon around that red strip, okay? If you are using your, adding a bow just like this, you'll want to put your stamp closer to the bottom of your square so that you have room to add your ribbon, okay? Again, just another option. All right, and now what we'll do is we will add this to our treat box. Isn't that so stinking cute? And this is so versatile. You literally, like I said, you can put anything you want in this box. This would be a great size for teacher gifts, which I have several of them. And so our bus drivers, our mailman, so many people that we interact with, you want to hold this until it completely adheres together, especially if you're using the liquid glue. So again, you can do all kinds of things and even put like a little card in it. Make sure that's good and stuck down. I think we're good. You can do, look at this. Here's a card that should stick right down in there for you to be able to give somebody. Isn't that so fun? So that's just another option. Okay, so there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our circle, and you can do whatever you would like for your circle. What I thought was really cute was taking that designer paper that we used and the die that I mentioned and actually cutting that out, right? So running that through the die cutting machine and get that off. I just love the paper when Stampin' Up! Does this, and they coordinate it a lot. So whenever you get a bundle, always get the paper with it, the suite. The coordination that Stampin' Up! Has is amazing. Okay? All right, you can also fussy cut these if you don't want that piece or if you don't have that die. You can absolutely fussy cut. Okay, so we got that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this on dimensionals and just adding my little strips that I have left over from this sheet of dimensionals. You guys use a lot of dimensionals? I have a slew of dimensionals and I use them a lot. Let's see. All right, that one's gone. Let's get my other sheet out here. I can add one more over here. All right. So I hope you guys are finding this super versatile and super helpful, having all these awesome projects. All right, so I'm going to put it up kind of high there. Just stick him down. And then I'm going to have him kind of standing up a little bit. I think that looks really pretty. Just add a little bit of glue at the bottom. All right. Okay. And of course we need some bling, right? Let's see, my take your pick tool. Here we go. There's one. I always do odd numbers. Okay. There's 3 of those. If you guys are watching, say hi. I know there's several people on. All right, and that is day number 9. Is that day number 9? Yeah, day number 9. So what a fun little project, treat box, and so easy to come together. Here was the original. You can see different options here on the paper, different ways to use your ribbon, and also different die cuts. So this is the other one that the bundle will cut out for you. So super fun. So that is day number 9. And now we will do day number 10. And day number 10 is this fun project. This is super, super easy. You open it up, and inside you have these awesome little caramels, which I sent you if you got your Craft Along kit. And this is reusable, so it just tucks in, and you just keep on. You can actually give it, and they can give it to somebody else. So super fun. All right, so in your kit, you have several elements. I went ahead and ran a lot of the dies through ahead of time so that you would not have to watch me die cut. And I wanted to have a lot of options too. So there are all the pieces for day number 10. Okay. But the basis of our project is going to be between these 2 pieces. This was part of the Reindeer Days bundle. And literally it's a little treat box that just folds up so easily and comes right together. Okay, so you have like a little box like this. I'll show you actually how to put it together in just a minute once we get our pieces cut and I walk through everything with you. Okay, so I mentioned you would want to run some lights through and some other dies, and so again, I've done this for you ahead of time. I even ran some cute little berries. Now, in your kit, I gave you some free goodies. Some of that glimmer paper would be perfect on this project. You guys know I always give lots of freebies, and I love just giving you fun things that kind of extends your experience, right? I love, love, love to do that. So that was another way that I did that for y'all. All right, so getting our directions out, you want to choose your designer series paper, extend your arm out, and you will cut the designer series paper of your choice to 7. Make sure it's right on the 7 by 4. Okay, and you're going to score it on the long side. You're going to score it at 3 and 4. So what this is going to do is create the back binding. Yep, you might want to, Cassie. It's going to go fast. Cassie said that this designer series paper is her favorite, and it definitely will be fast. The bundle, if you don't have the bundle yet, you definitely will want to do that. You want to get that. A lot of these items are on sale on the last chance list. I think there's like designer series paper for like a few dollars. There's ribbon for a couple dollars. It's just like amazing, great sales, up to 60% off. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Okay, so here is your base. This is you can tell the inside from the outside. Yeah, these book boxes are really cute. There's 10 to a pack if you wanted any. But these have the adhesive, which is what the box will actually glue to. Okay, so this is the inside. You don't want to adhere the paper there. You want to fold it like this, okay, like a book, right? And I even like to lay mine out so that it's laying down and I can see exactly how it's going to go together. Okay, now an option for you is to, if you have a corner rounder, you can round the corners as well. You don't have to, but I kind of like it. But it's definitely an option for you. All 4 corners. This is one of our old retired punches, and I kept it because I didn't have another corner rounder. So, so that's what we're doing there. Okay, so you're just going to lay your paper out on the outside of the book treat box there, and you've already scored it, right? So it should wrap around very nicely. So what I like to do to make sure is I like to add a little bit of adhesive on the back or the front. You can do either. And I want to lay this out so that my top and my bottom match. Make sure that's good. Right? Okay. There's my back. All right, and then what I can do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. I'll do it on this as well. This front panel. And then literally just lay it down and curl it around before it dries totally, because it does kind of shrink back a little bit. And there you have your book cover. Isn't that so cute? Actually, I did mine backwards. Let me see if I can take it off before it glues. Nope, it's glued down. That's okay. So what we're gonna do, I have another one. Hang on 1 second. Thought I did anyway. Ta-da! By the magic of television. All right, so you want to make sure again that you've got it laid down right side up so that when you close it, it will be right, not upside down like I just did. So again, I like to put it on here, the adhesive, and lay that down, and then wrap it around. You guys with me? This is perfect, perfect for stockings, teachers. These are just too darling not to give out. All right, so there we go. There's our pieces. Okay. And when you run your lights, you want to run one in red and one in granny apple green. Okay. The reason is because we will actually snip off every other one. My red is going to be on top, so I want it to start red. So I'll snip off the first one here, right at the lights, and go every other one. Right? Every other one. And then it's going to look a little crazy until you get it all put together. All right, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our red lights, going to take some glue, and on every other one where there's a green one, I want to add some adhesive. Okay. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to put this down. This may make it easier actually. Literally lay that down. Let me see. Didn't add my green to it. So let me lay it down on the green. I said it, but I didn't do it. Isn't that crazy? Let's see. These are really little. You may find more success with little tweezers. Laying it out so that the ends match. It's just not coming together well. Let's see. I think I screwed that up and it needs to go on top. Like that. All right, let me add some glue to this piece. Just along the string of lights. You could also use adhesive sheets. Your preference. There we go. Okay. So every other light will be red and green. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I've already got some adhesive on here. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more. And add it to my cute little front here. All right, and that's hanging off, so I'll give it a little snip. Super fun. Okay, so there's that. And now I've got these cute little elements. I ran some hollies and berries. I ran some presents and some bows. So we'll glue these down. These are very easy to do. I gave you some pool party. Gave you some granny apple and some red and green. Super fun, right? Okay. But make this whatever it is that makes you happy. Do that because it's special, right? It's what you want to create. So I want that to be your project. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, here we go, folks. We got this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our white stitch circle and we can start adding our presents to kind of go around that. And let me get my dimensionals. Where did they go? Dimensionals, I lost them. They're right here. I know, here they are. Okay. And I'm just gonna take these and add them. Just like so. And build these as we go. And this is a little bit different than my original on purpose, right? I want to show you guys different ways to go ahead and do the front of the treat box a little bit differently. And on this cute little holly, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a fold and add some fun dimension there. And glue him down. Give it a minute to glue down. See how it's going to go on the treat box here. Okay. So we've got this. I think that's very cute, isn't it? Stinking cute. Okay, I'm going to add another one here. Excuse me, with another dimensional right there. And stick that right under there. And then what's very, very important, no matter how you go ahead and decorate this, is you want to make sure that this circle is popped up so that the latch here will go ahead and it'll be hidden and stick underneath this circle, and that will actually hold it closed, okay? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not putting dimensionals directly underneath. The way I like to do it, again, big proponent of laying it out before you actually put it down. So if I lay this here, Make sure that it's not getting stuck. Just stuck it down. Got it a little too close. Lay it down. Hold it. There we go. Okay. So that is as close as I can get. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to add a couple others underneath here on this side. And one more over here. Okay. And that way we know that it will stay closed. And an optional component of it is when we go ahead and get this box on the inside. So I did write this in your directions. It's a 3x4 piece that would actually go inside here. Let's go ahead and cut it real quick because I think it's cute. I think it's a lot of fun. Let me see how big this is. Oopsies. Let's see here. 3. Should have cut this before, but I didn't. It's not big enough. I have a bunch of this DSP. Okay. So we're going to cut a piece that is 3x4. Right? So it's going to be 3. Let's see here. 3x4. There we go. All right, and we are just going to literally, that's not right. See the directions. This is actually going to be on, let's see here, layer 4. It's 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, 2 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 5/8, so just short of 3 by 3 3/8. 1, 2, 3. And that should fit right on the inside. That's more like it. Okay. All right, so literally this is just going to lay right down in there. You can glue it down or you can just lay it in. We'll glue up mine. Okay. You guys liking these projects? Super fun. And then you're literally just going to build your box. So you're going to fold these 2 sides in. Let me move this over here. Yes, glimmer paper would be so pretty. I love glimmer paper. Anything blingy, I love it. All right, so literally you're just going to take that contact paper off, hold the sides in, make sure it's tight, and then fold it down and just give it a hold. And it's really strong. It's like tear and tape, right? So again, we're going to hold these in, fold it over, and take that off. And again, I'm holding it very tight and creating that side of that box. Okay, so that's what we have is our cute little box. And then you will go ahead and take the strips off of the box cover or the book binding, right? And you're just going to add this not quite to the score mark. You can kind of see how I went. Can you see that? Just I'm close to that score mark here, but not right on top of it, so that when we close it, it closes right down and you have your cute little box. Isn't that darling? Okay, so now add your fun bling wherever you would like it. Love this so much. I could give so many of these away. Love them. Add one there too. And then make sure you stick your fun little caramels in there. That's a fun little treat for everyone. And you have your treat box. There you go. You guys like that? Super fun, right? Very, very easy. All right, so let me bring back, this is day, let me go in order here. This is day 10. Day number 9. Let me get all the ones I just created. There's 9. There's 9. Day number 8. Okay. Day number 6. Make sure I'm still in the window. Day 6. We did day number 5, the Twix holder. Day number 3 is a hot cocoa holder. Running out of room. Let me push these down. Day number 2. Is that right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4. It's a Stampin' dimensional holder. Isn't that cute? I'm missing one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm missing one. I don't know what I'm missing. This is a really fun gift card holder. Let's see, what am I missing? Isn't that fun? It's a cut at an angle, so you can watch that video. And then we also have this cute little box, or bag actually, with the cute little handles on it, with the gift card in front. Isn't that fun? All right. Oh, the one we just did tonight. That's why I couldn't find it. The candy bar holder. So we got that as well. So look at all these amazing projects that you can get the templates for, the directions for all 10 of them, plus the ones for Friday, which are going to be days 11 and 12. So don't miss it. You get it free with all $50 orders this week until Sunday. And yes, Cassie, you're right. I'm not seeing my comments. They're in a different spot. So thank you, yes. But thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great night. And I hope to see you create some of these projects. Thanks again. Have a good night. See you Friday at 7.